This is my welder. There are many others like it, but this one is mine. So, I've been using this welder now for probably 2 years, pretty much consistently, building these rocket stoves. This is my home shop welder, and I also have a Unimig Viper at work, a 180 AC/DC machine, which is basically this one's little brother. It's often out there biting off more than it should really chew, and it just seems to keep doing it, so I'm not going to complain. But today we're not going to talk much about this welder. We're going to talk about this guy here, the T2 handpiece that comes with Unimig's TIG welding units now. So, Unimig has sent me a package. I don't need welding gloves on to open a package. Oh. Now the T2 torch has some very unique features to it that are really special to this. It's an air-cooled torch, which meaning it uses the gas flowing through it to cool it. And basically it does a really good job at doing that. Everything about this torch is designed to minimize the heat transferred into the torch, into the handle piece, and basically it gives you a longer duty cycle. It's not as good as a water-cooled torch, obviously, but for an air-cooled torch, this is, you've basically got a 17 size torch with a duty cycle of a 26, an air-cooled 26. That is really cool. And for aluminium work, particularly, you run hot amps when you do alley work. This system as is amazing. The consumables, that is the collet. And basically, this is the original collet that came with the welder when I got it 2 years ago. I'm still on the first collet. I defy anyone out there to get that kind of life out of a standard collet. You'll go through quite a few of these in 2 years of welding, believe me. So I think the issue people had with this system was not that it didn't work well, is that it was very limited to the size of cups that you could get in the early days. And basically, this kit represents the really next big step for this system. Oh my. As a rule of thumb, the stick out of your tungsten is limited to the diameter of the bore of the cup that you're using. So this is a number 14 cup, and it has a 23 mil bore size. So that means that I can extend this tungsten out 23 mil in standard conditions. And if I was welding into a corner where there would be more surface areas to capture the gas, I could extend that out even further. But as a general rule, the diameter of your bore is the limiting factor to your tungsten stick out. And here lies the advantage of some of these larger cups. So you can really have it hanging out there. It means you can really see what you're doing. You're going to get excellent gas coverage. With a standard system, you've got to be really on your game and have everything dialed in to get good results. Where this system, dare I say it, it's almost cheating. That was 30 amps and unpurged on some 1.6mm tubing. 130 amps on the peak, 15 amps on the base, 1 on the hertz, 25% on the pulse percentage, 0.6 on the downslope time, 30 amps on the finishing amps, and 4 seconds on post flow. So this is the number 9 size cup in quartz. Again, being able to see through your cup is very advantageous, and particularly when you're welding into corners. You can literally weld looking through your cup, which really you can't weld what you can't see unless you're a bit of a freak, and they do exist, but for the rest of us mere mortals, this is a great advantage. Okay, I'm now going to weld on 67 amps, do the slap joint again, this time no pulse, and with the same number 9 quartz, and we'll just see how it looks. So as you can see, it's still a very nice weld, still very consistent looking bead profile, good gas coverage. Perhaps we're starting to lose a little bit back here, but otherwise pretty good. I'm happy with that. Now let's see what it's like. Same settings, but with a larger cup. So the only thing that I've changed for this next weld is the size of the cup and the pre-flow gas. We're still at 76 amps. I've now got 1 second of pre-flow just to make sure everything's really shrouded. And I think that's it. This is the number 18 super quartz. I got caught up on this clamp. So as you can see, we get the change of colours from beautiful purples and turquoises and gold and then to silver. So where the silver is, that's the ultimate thing. That's what you're going for when you're TIG welding stainless steel. A silver weld is sort of the ultimate. And the difference between the cups is pretty evident. This entire weld is silver. I haven't cleaned this stainless steel with acetone. I haven't done any of that fancy stuff. I've just deburred it and gone ahead and welded it. And so that's the difference the larger size cup with a gas lens makes. Yeah, this will use less gas than your larger cup, and this is a little bit more resistant to disturbances as far as wind is concerned. A puff of breeze with a larger cup will give you trouble. So if you're welding along and all of a sudden it just seems to, everything goes to poop and it looks like you didn't have gas for a second, well, you literally didn't. It was probably a puff of breeze that did it. And so the larger size cups are really suited for an enclosed workshop where all that stuff can be controlled. If you can control that, it's not a problem. So my final thoughts on these new gas lens kits and cup kits. I love them. I think they're going to be really what people have been looking for in regards to the sort of the gap that there was with the new torch and system, the T2 and T3 system. Basically, this has filled that gap perfectly. We now have all the larger size gas lenses and cups. So the guys who are doing the tricky stuff, the high-end stuff, now you've really got a good option out there for a very long-lasting, good wearing consumables that just do a really good job. I'm super happy with the gas coverage. I'm really liking the fit and feel of these cups. They're quality. They're just good quality. They represent good value for money, particularly just the long-lasting nature of these collets compared to others. Well, I'm not sure what else to say, except thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review of Unimig's new gas lens kits for their T2 and T3 torches. This one is the Tig Super Series kit, and this one is the Tig Starter kit. And basically, yeah, if you want to get in contact with Unimig and get these kits, I'd really highly recommend them. If you do, just let them know that I sent you that way. It sort of helps me out, helps Unimig know where that these videos are helpful. I hope it's been helpful. So thank you very much. I will see you in the next one.